Hey guys, hope you guys are all having a great Monday. It is Manic Monday, and that means it is excuses time. So, the thing I want to talk about today is one pretty common thing that people tell me um, when we talk about, lifestyle change or just committing to a new health and fitness journey. And that is, I love food too much. I can't do what you do because I love to eat. And I think it's really funny because, first of all, if you know me, I love food. I am an absolute foodie. If you knew anyone who loved food as much as I do, I don't know. But I would never give up, you know, I think I think life's too short to not enjoy the foods that you eat. I don't want to ever really deprive myself of certain foods, and I don't think you have to live a healthy lifestyle. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people are caught up with, is that in today's society we're so focused on instant gratification, and no one's really willing to like really put in the work. We kind of just we're so used to like getting things like quickly, but in terms of our health, you can't do that. It's like you can, but you're gonna gain the weight right back because you're not doing it the right way. You're not doing it the healthy way, and your body is gonna be like, what are you doing? So that's basically and I think we're stuck in this mindset that everything has to be quick. Everything can be quick, but that's not necessarily the healthy way or the right way. And I think another thing is that people are so focused with the word diet that I hate using that word because when you think of diet, what do you think of? You think of like, oh, I can't eat. You have to limit yourself to certain foods, and you can't eat certain things, like you can't eat carbs or fats or whatever it may be. And I think that's completely wrong to think of, a, a healthy diet, because for it to be sustainable, first of all, you have to incorporate all aspects of your macros, right? Your fats, protein, carbs. And if you don't, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to feel, nutrient deficient. And with nutrient deficiency, you start feeling, what do you feel? You feel like you're in a fog. You feel tired. You feel lethargic. You feel like you can't concentrate. You are hungry. You are grouchy. So those are all signs of nutrient deficiency. And I think we are so focused on trying to fit into a specific mold in society of how we should look, or how we, should eat. Like, there's just, we have so many resources out there, but no one to really say, hey, this is, the way you should do it in order to fuel your body with the right nutrients so that your body is not deprived of certain nutrients. Because anytime I always say this in my groups, anytime you cut any calories and you go on a diet, you are actually cutting down calories, right? And when you cut out calories, you're cutting out certain nutrients. And that's why you go through this kind of vicious cycle of what I like to call the diet cycle. So I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I'll briefly mention it. So, how many of you, by a show of hands, which I can't see, or little emojis, whatever you want to do, how many of you have felt like, so you start a diet, right? You start off really well. You're like all excited. You're like, you jump right into it and you're like, I'm going to do this and it's going to be great. And then it goes well for maybe the first few days or maybe even the first week. And then by week 2, and you start to fall off the wagon. You get grouchy. You feel like you're in a fog. You are hungry. You're having cravings. Like, how that's happened to me multiple times when I've started diets and I've tried, whatever program it may be that I've tried in the past. And the reason being is that when you start a diet, you are depriving your body of certain nutrients that it needs. And that's not the best way to go about it, obviously, because you're nutrient deficient. And that's why you're having these cravings, and that's why you're in this fog. And so the diet cycle kind of goes like, you start off really well, right? And then by week 2 and 3, you kind of start to, give into your cravings because you're nutrient deficient. And sometimes you don't realize it. I don't think a lot of people realize why they're feeling that way. But that's kind of around the time by week 2 and 3 when people are like, oh, well, my coworker or my family member is having like, a piece of cake or a piece of pie and ice cream or whatever it may be. And, I'll just have some. And then before you know it, you kind of go on this downward spiral where you haven't had your, whatever it may be that you really love. Like, I love tiramisu. So, like, you just binge on something because you were depriving your body of certain nutrients, and you have these cravings that you just can't, that won't subside because you're not giving your bodies the right nutrients. And then you're like, oh, well, maybe I'll just start off, fresh on Monday. And then you go through the cycle back again. And for me, that's happened to me multiple times in the past, more times than I would like to admit. But what I found that really works is, when you stop depriving your body of food. Oh, it's so simple, right? And so that's what I practice, and that's what I preach in my challenge groups. We focus on a lifestyle change because that's the only way that's going to be sustainable, because we make sure we eat whole foods. We make sure we eat clean as much as we can. We cut out processed foods. We try to cook our meals. That's why meal prepping, meal planning is really important. And you've probably seen some of my videos or pictures. And we make sure, the best part is we make sure to put in cheat meals. Like, have you heard of a diet where you actually schedule in cheat meals for yourself? I don't think so, because this is not a diet per se. It is a lifestyle change. So we actually make sure that we have 3 cheat meals per week so that you are able to still enjoy the things that you like, because I am a foodie, and if I had to give up things, I would be really angry. So, like pizza, for example, I love pizza. So that's my cheat meal that I, schedule in. And sometimes I'll make a healthy version of the pizza, so it won't be a cheat meal per se. But, there will always be these cheat meals 3 times a week that I plan out, because I'm not going to deprive myself of foods I love. But at the same time, I don't want to sacrifice, eating something I love, and kind of push away all the results that I worked so hard for in the last year and 4 months, right? So that's how we combat that. And, I want you guys to realize that this is not like a lose weight quick kind of thing. This is a lifestyle change. And just because you commit to a lifestyle change does not mean that you can't eat certain foods. I hate when people say, oh, I'm on a diet, I can't eat carbs, or I can't eat fats, I can't eat that cake, or I can't eat that cookie. And I'm like, no, it's not that you can't, it's that you don't want to, because you feel like you can't get your results because you feel like you have to deprive your body of certain things. You don't. I mean, for the most part, yes, I eat healthy 80% of the time. But then 20% of the time, I allow myself cheat meals, because that's the only way it's going to be sustainable, right? A sustainable lifestyle. You can't always eat healthy, and you can't always eat like crap, or else you'll just go back to where you started. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about in terms of what we do in my groups, and the fact that if you think that you can't join us because you love food too much, that is absolutely incorrect to assume that. And so I wanted to make this video just so we are clear about that, because no one loves food as much as I do. And if you've seen me, if you talk to any of my friends, and even my co-interns especially, like, I eat a humongous breakfast on top of everything else that on top of my superfood shake that I have. And, my lunches are usually pretty big as well. So, like, I'm eating a lot of food throughout the day. It's just that most of the time it's 80%, healthy. And I'm like very conscious of what I'm eating in terms of portions. And that's the main thing too, is that we focus on portion control so that, you're getting certain foods in, but you're still making sure that you're getting the proper portions in terms of everything else, like fats, carbs, and proteins. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. In case you were thinking, I really want to join her, and I like the group idea, and I love the support, but I just don't know if I can do it because I love food. Well, that is a false assumption, so get that out of your mind. It is not a diet. It is not short term. It is not short lived. It is a lifestyle change. All right, so there you go. There's Manic Monday. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, everyone. Bye.